Hello, and this is week 26 of my rebooted weight loss journey. It's also the third week, day 21 of my 3-week challenge. So this is going to be going through what's happened over the last 3 weeks, the actual results, my normal accountability, and the week ahead going forward. So I hope you enjoy, and let's catch up. My name is Mark and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. My goal is to help as many people as I can get into shape and improve their quality of life. Now, without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so let's dive right into accountability and the last 21 days. So, as people know, I trapped a nerve in my neck and it was very painful. I was basically on the couch for a couple of weeks and I comfort ate everything in sight, and if it wasn't in sight I went and found it. So yeah, it wasn't good, and I put on about 10 pounds, a fraction over 10 pounds in that 2 weeks. Once I started feeling a little bit better, it was still quite a lot of pain, but I was a little bit better. I decided that this is a direction I didn't want to go back in, and the whole yo-yo thing. So I set myself a 3-week challenge to lose that 10 pounds that I put on in that 2 weeks, and this is the end of week 3, so day 21. So in terms of accountability, I've gone from 129.3 kilograms to 127.8, which is 285 pounds to 281 pounds. So I've lost 4 pounds in this last week. So that takes my total to 10 pounds lost in the last 3 weeks. So my goal of 10 pounds, I've hit it. I'm very happy with it. That I am still about just less than a pound heavier than I was before the trapped nerve. So I still need to do a little bit there. I think I'm like 0.5 of a kilogram up from where I was originally. But in essence, I'm back to my starting point of before the trapped nerve. So from my point of view, I'm a little bit relieved. I'm very happy, and I'm really happy actually with that. It was quite depressing, A, having the trapped nerve, B, not sleeping very well and being in pain, and then seeing the weight creep on. And I knew why the weight was creeping on. Well, is 10 pounds in 2 weeks a creep? No, it's not. The weight was piling back on, and it's simply down to the fact that my frailties are, I love food. I'm a food addict. When I'm upset, tired, cranky, pissed off, anything, my excuse is to go and eat the food. And I'm quite often halfway through a packet of something before I even realise I've gone and got it from the fridge or the cupboard. That's not an excuse. That's just me, being honest. I am bad when it comes to any kind of stress. I'll find myself shoveling food down my throat. I'm not even hungry. I'm not, I know it's something that got me to my 470 pounds originally. Any moment of stress is a moment or an excuse for me to gorge on something. So I was really quite worried about that 2 weeks. I was in a lot of pain. I wasn't sleeping very well. And I was just raiding everything. So putting 10 pounds on in that 2 weeks really did give me a little bit of the fear. I do not ever want to get back to where I was. I'm really very pleased with the fact that I am obese now rather than morbidly obese, and I'm looking forward to the day when I can say I'm overweight rather than obese. So it was pretty bad. So the 3-week challenge for me was all about controlling my diet a lot better than I had been. I still couldn't do very much exercise, and even last week I probably only did 8 kilometers all week. So still not the best, and still far from back to normal, but was very strict on the calories, very strict on what I was eating, got in lots of healthy replacements in terms of not going for the packet of chips, crisps, whatever you want to call them, and having hummus and carrot sticks and apples and other things in the house that I could snack on in a relatively calorie-free manner, rather than troughing into bars of chocolate and everything else that I was doing in my worst 2 weeks. So in terms of accountability, I've lost 4 pounds this week. very happy with that. That means I've lost 10 pounds over the last 3 weeks as part of this 21-day challenge. Literally from doing what I said, which was, controlling the number of calories, slowly increasing some of my exercise. And I was far stricter on my calories than I normally go. As people know from this channel, for me, I normally aim for 1 to 2 pounds per week as an average. I'm happy with half a pound, I'm happy with 2.5 pounds, as long as it's going down in a kind of general line and averaging 1 to 2 pounds per week. Pardon me. So it was a bit stricter, a bit more harsh this week in terms of my calories, a bit more exercise than usual. But like I said, very happy that A, I've reversed the trend that I had for that worst couple of weeks, and B, I've lost the 10 pounds in the 3 weeks, which I'd put on through stupid eating, comfort eating, whatever you want to call it. So in terms of accountability, 4 pounds, very, very happy with that. So what does the week ahead look like? So the week ahead, I'm going to be going back to work on a sort of phased return. So I'm looking forward to that because I have been so bored. I've actually even learnt how to do a Rubik's Cube. That's how bad it has been in terms of not being able to sit at a computer or do much apart from listen to an audiobook or watch stuff on TV. So starting to go back to work, but I also think I'm going to start increasing my walking. I still struggle to even try and hold the dog's leads, for example, so I'm still going to have to rely on my wife holding the dog's leads when we go to take the dogs for a walk. But there's no reason why I can't start adding in some walks without the dogs on my own and start building up from there in terms of those exercise levels again. Because the struggle I've got is kind of lifting weight and bending my arm and sitting at a computer, rather than anything else with me. My sleep is getting much better. So in terms of this week ahead, the plan is to relax the calories slightly. I don't want to be going for 4 pounds per week. That for me is not something that's in my goal. I'm going to go back to the 1 to 2 pounds. So I'm going to relax the calories a little bit. I'm going to be aiming for about 500 or 600 calorie deficit per day every day this week, which should get me 1 to 2 pounds by the end of the week. I'm still keeping my normal high volume, lots of veg, high protein, less carbs going for this week, but I'll probably end up eating in the region of 2,000 calories, which will give me a deficit of about 300 on my actual calories, and then somewhere between 200 and 500 calories extra from walking and exercise, which will take my deficit to 500 to 800 calories per day, should lead me to 1 to 2 pounds per week. So we're going to go back to the normal lifestyle bit here. Like I said, going to increase my exercise a little bit in terms of going for those walks with the wife and dogs, or on my own. Plug in an audiobook and off we go for that. And I'm going to try and get back to my normal routine now that I'm sleeping about 6 hours a night again. I'm going to try and get back to my normal routine of going early in the morning for those walks, so that I can actually get out, get it done, start my day off in a sort of positive, happy place, and then get on with the day. So that for me is going to be this next week. Slightly relaxed calories, about 1,800 calories to 2,000 calories. Try and get 200 to 500 calories worth of walking, which is probably an hour. So I'm going to try and build up to about 5 kilometers per day. I might have to at the start do that in a couple of goes. So go for a walk in the morning and then maybe get a walk in at lunchtime or something. And to be honest, with the trapped nerve in my neck, that's probably a good idea to get away from the PC and go for a walk. So that's probably what I'm going to do over this next week, and obviously I will check back in at the next week. So the 21-day challenge, very happy. I've lost the weight I put on. Now what I need to do is get back on with being lighter each week rather than heavier, and moving on. As always, if you do like these videos, please do hit the subscribe and notification bell, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. you.